Gonstead or soft tissue? Which one's better? In this video, I'm going to give you all the details you need to know. First, a little background. My name is Dr. Story. I've been a chiropractor for over 24 years. I'm going to give you some realistic advice based on my experience. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I actually explained this to a patient earlier today, and I thought it would make a good subject because I'm sure people have this question. So the background is I have been doing Gonstead in my practice for 24 years. Prior to that, I learned it in school. That's another 4 years. I learned privately from Richard Gohl, as well as taking many seminars over my entire practice life. Having said that, I do have some say in whether a person should receive Gonstead treatment or any other form of treatment. Now, when I first started in practice, I drank the Kool-Aid. I did what I was told at the seminars. Probably for the first 10 years of my practice, that's all I did was Gonstead. And there's a number of reasons why I did that was because I took it upon me as a challenge, because in school it was well known that Gonstead was one of the hardest techniques to learn. And I figured, bring it on, baby. I'm going to be the best in the world, and I'm going to be the best in my town, and I'm going to do it. I found the best Gonstead chiropractor with over 50 years of experience to learn from and train with, and so I felt as though I was on the road towards the best methods of treating patients. So I have a lot of experience with Gonstead. Then what happens is, because I did that only for the first 10 years, I never did any type of never showed a person an exercise, never stretched a person, never did physiotherapy, never treated their muscles, surprisingly. I look back and I think to myself, boy, I really missed a lot. But I only adjusted the patient, and that's all I did. Find it, fix it, leave it alone. What ended up happening was I found that I was diagnosing people through a very limited, I had blinders on, so I looked at patients through the Gonstead microscope, and it was very effective, and I have had a tremendous amount of success doing that. However, having said that, if a person has a tendinopathy of their elbow or a muscle dysfunction or a muscle imbalance, it doesn't matter how often or how many times or how deep or how well you get that G note when you adjust their C6, that elbow problem, it isn't going away. And I look back upon my career and say, wow, I didn't help some people because I was looking specifically through the blinders of just one technique. The same goes true with people that only do soft tissue. So there's active release methods, there's myofascial pain syndrome treatment centers that they only look at muscle. And every patient that walks in actually only gets muscle treatment because they have their blinders on as well, which is kind of fascinating because I'm willing to bet that they do not get the miracles that I'm getting with the adjustments. But yet they're getting improvement in patients too because they're addressing something that was not addressed through the adjustment. So as my career progressed and as I got older, as in my humble opinion, as I got wiser, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid anymore and I didn't buy into the idea of you only should do one thing to a patient. I started expanding my knowledge base of various methods and techniques and found that I'm now able to cater to various types of patients. So rather than looking at them through blinders on, I'm actually to look at them objectively, assess their medical conditions, and know if certain techniques may help them. So I have modified the way I think about patients from, let's say, 24 years ago. In our profession of chiropractic, we have people that are very staunch disciplinarians, and they want you to only do it one way, and of course they want you to do it their way. And so you have these systems where I notice in our town, you have the art guy, you have the Gonstead guy, you have the flexion distraction guy, you have the AK guy. Why is it so difficult to think let's learn all of it and apply what our knowledge base is to the patient based upon their diagnosis. This is significant because if you go to a chiropractor who is only going to do one thing, first of all, you know what you're going to get, but you don't know if it's really right for your particular case. So patients ask me, should I go to a soft tissue guy, or should you go to an adjusting guy like a Gonstead guy or person? And the answer is, well, wait a minute, what type of problem do you have? That should determine what type of treatment you get. So, which one's better? The answer is, it depends on your condition. My experience has been that the older I get, the less dogmatic I get, and the more open I am to other methods. And so that is why I'm continuing to learn other methods. However, just like with most things, we tend to look at things through the first system that we learned. So because I did Gonstead and I continue to do Gonstead right now, I tend to think of the person, when a patient comes in, I tend to look at them through those blinders, but then I have to think to myself and objectively look at patients and open up those blinders and really see what it is that's wrong with the patient, and then apply the best methods to that patient to help them. I hope this has been informative to you. I hope this answers the questions that the patients asked. I'm sure other people have these questions as well. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, ask in the comments section down below.